Greetings to you, Ajith Kaikini from Gati se Pragati. My dear friends, today we have a very special guest. Many people ask, what type of startup should I come up with? But my dear friends, nothing is defined. The definition is inside you. And you know how to go about it? We are going to learn from this particular gentleman as to how, if something is coming through your heart, an intuition, how to go about it rather than getting scared. So, my dear friends, let me meet Mr. Ayaz. Nice to meet you, Ayaz, and thank you very much for coming for our show. And it will be very nice interviewing you. But before I interview and ask you questions, could you please tell in 2-3 short minutes, crisp, what were you doing before? What made you to come to this? And what exactly is this? Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ajit. Hi there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Wishes as per your time zone. This is my signature greeting to each and every one of you. So, Ajit, to sum it up, in fact, 2 minutes is too generous, but I generally introduce myself as I'm Ayaz and an engineer by qualification, a passionate writer,
Wow.
and an entrepreneur. To know more about me, read my autobiography on Amazon Kindle.
Okay. Oh, that's really nice. That shows you are a writer. Okay, you are able to convert a 10-liter milk into 250 grams of kova. That's exactly what you did now. That proves your capacity to articulate, churn out something in a very short manner, everything what is to be told. But tell me, engineering, which is very logic, writing, which is very creative, how did you think of shifting to such a big jump?
Married the two.
You married the two. Wow, now this is very interesting.
So generally today we are in a world of fusion.
Yeah.
Okay. In fusion, what happens? There's always a mixture. I mean, let's take for example when you go to a restaurant. Will you have only roti or only rice?
No.
You need something. With roti you need sabzi. With rice you need dal or curd. What are you doing? Fusion. That's all I did. Writing is an art.
Mm-hmm.
In engineering, I learned logical reasoning.
Correct.
Analytical abilities.
Absolutely.
I just put 2 and 2 together.
Wonderful. No, it is easily said than done. I'll tell you one thing.
Yep.
I'm a pharmacist.
Okay.
I work in an industry.
Nice.
And then you will have somebody for marketing, somebody for production, somebody for R&D, and the person doing R&D cannot do selling because the whole personality shift is there. So, I find it very difficult to speak to logical people because I am a creative person. Because they say, "Yaar, come straight to the point here." Because logical people, no, they don't want
beat around the bush.
Yeah. So they say, hey, after A only B should come, after B C should come. So that becomes a problem. So that is the reason I asked you this question.
Absolutely, I'm with you on that. So since to add to what you mentioned, we are in the same boat. Simply because I'm an automobile engineer, but I have worked in telecom, I've worked with pharma, and I've worked with finance, with mortgage.
Okay.
Now, if you're wondering what an automobile engineer is doing in these domains, which are totally disconnected, every business requires, some parts, something like analytics, communication, change management, which is common across all businesses.
But Ayaz, I want to ask you one question.
Sure.
They say rolling stone never gathers moss.
True.
But you're disproving it. What would it?
I would say it's all upon your own ability. You define your why, you define your purpose, you define what it is that you want to do and why do you want to do it.
Okay, now you're coming to the same track that not everyone can do, but you found out by going to different things. Probably you are not happy with automobile engineering, probably you are not happy with finance, but you picked up certain things here and there and finally went to what you loved doing, and that is writing. Can I, with your permission, say that?
That's absolutely true. In fact, I started writing, I embarked on my writing journey since childhood.
That.
I used to write poems, and I still do write poems.
Wonderful.
In fact, now speaking of fusion, coming back to what I had mentioned earlier, in business meetings, Okay, generally, take any business networking platform. I won't take names, but any business networking platform, majority of them, they give every business owner 30 seconds to talk about their business. Now, during training, okay, people who are stalwarts,
Okay.
they mention you cannot and you should not crunch everything in 30 seconds, but rather go from the ground up. Talk only about one thing that you do of the several things that you do, but present it nicely. Okay. So I said, okay, let's give it a shot. So that's what I did. I came up with, so in writing, now writing is a huge domain.
Oh yes.
Okay, so when I talk about writing, the services which I provide, let's say book writing, resume writing, presentation making, and script writing. Scripts, it could be for an anchor, for a talk show, or for a mimicry artist, for a stand-up comedian, for an anchor in an event, and so on and so forth. Okay, so all I had to do was, in 30 seconds, I pick up any one. I talk about resumes.
Okay. Okay.
In 30 seconds, I say why I can help you make a good resume.
Wonderful. So now let us come to one thing. You
Yep.
told my job is fusion.
Yes.
Right? But most of the people today are in confusion, but you are lucky to go from confusion to vision, whereas most go from confusion to illusion. Okay? Could that be that you went on failing in 10 places and finally found, hey, what I loved during my childhood day is finally what I need to do. And these things which you are exposed to did nothing but gave you a springboard, and you simply picked it up. Your mind picked it up. And now you are at this age simply, effortless effort into all what you are doing. Can I put it in this way?
Absolutely. To add to what you mentioned, since you mentioned, I failed here, I tried this, I failed here, I tried this, I failed here, I tried this, I failed here. I was actually with my teacher all the time, and that teacher is failure. If you don't fail,
Wonderful, wonderful.
if you don't fail, you will not learn.
So, my dear friends, please understand, look at this statement. Failure is a teacher. Failure is a stepping stone, has remained in the books. You never started walking without failing. You never started writing without failing. But very unfortunately, which are those people who give up when they fail? People who have been psyched that failing is bad. None of the children have any problem. And therefore, my dear friends, please realize what a wonderful interview. Wonderful points have come out. Number one, always, whether it's business or whether it is career, choose what you love doing. Second, whenever you fail, simply bounce back, leap over those problems, break through, don't break down. And my dear friends, what a wonderful lesson. Thank you, Ayaz. It was wonderful having you here, and I'm sure our viewers and listeners have gained so many points from you. All the best to you. Remember, Gati se Pragati.